Hello, my dear students. Hope all are fine and healthy. We have studied in the last class what is the meaning of agriculture and the different steps involved in agriculture, isn't it? Have you studied that? Yes, okay. So today we will see the different types of agriculture. There are 5 different types of agriculture. We will see one by one. The first one is subsistence agriculture. The first one is subsistence agriculture. In this method of agriculture, farmers cultivate crops on their farms to feed themselves and their families. That means they cultivate crops only for their own use. How much is needed for their family, that much only they cultivate. And they do not sell the crops in the market. What is needed for the family, that much only they cultivate, and they do not sell the crops in the market. Because of that, they depend the monsoon for irrigation. Monsoon is the rainy season. They depend on rainy season for cultivating the crops, and they do not use much insecticides, pesticides and fertilizers. Okay, we know that are very poisonous. Insecticides and pesticides are poisonous, so farmers do not use insecticides and pesticides, and also manures. Okay, these fertilizers, cow dung and all they are using. What is available at home they use, and they don't use any chemical fertilizers. Then in subsistence agriculture, they grow cereals like rice, barley, wheat and vegetables. Okay, that is subsistence agriculture. Farmers cultivate crops on their farms to feed themselves and their families. Only for the family purpose they cultivate, and they do not sell crops in the market. And the farmers depend on rainy season, that is meant by monsoon, for irrigating the crops, for watering the crops. Then do not use much insecticides, pesticides or fertilizers, because they are very harmful to the health of human beings. Cultivate cereals like rice, barley and wheat and vegetables. The farmers cultivate all these cereals and vegetables. Okay, so that's about subsistence agriculture. And the next one is commercial agriculture. In commercial agriculture, farmers cultivate the crops on a large scale. Farmers cultivate crops on a large scale. That means large amount of crops are cultivated, and they sell the crops in the market and yield money. And many people are employed for farming, and a large space of fields are used. Large farm is used for cultivation. Because of that, many people are employed for farming, and they use the modern machines and the modern method of irrigation and modern methods of harvesting, and they use fertilizers and also insecticides and pesticides for getting good yield, better yield. Okay, and the farmers cultivate rice, maize and sugarcane. In commercial agriculture, farmers cultivate rice, maize and sugarcane. Okay, different crops are cultivated on a large scale. In commercial agriculture, farmers cultivate different types of crops in large amount, and they sell the crops in the market and they get money. So for getting money, they sell the crops, and all the cultivated crops are not used by the family. They are selling the crops in the market. Farms are large and many people are employed for farming. The cultivation is on a large scale, so the farms are large, and because of that many people are employed for cultivation. Farmers adopt modern machinery, modern types of machines and modern methods of irrigation and insecticides and pesticides for a good yield. For getting good yield, they use all these modern machines are used, modern methods of irrigation is adopted, and they use pesticides and insecticides, and also they use chemical fertilizers and manures. Then they grow rice, maize and sugarcane. Okay. Then the next one is shifting agriculture. Shifting agriculture. The third one is shifting agriculture. In shifting agriculture, a small area of the forest is cleared and they cultivate the crops. Small area of the forest, the plants are cut down and they clear the forest and there they cultivate the crops. After harvesting the crops, they give up that area. They abandon that area and in that area natural vegetation will grow, plants will grow, and they give up that area and they clear another area in the forest. Okay, they take another area in the forest and they clear that area and again they cultivate crops. So the area of cultivation is shifted from time to time. Okay. Once they cultivated, they give up that area and the next area is cleared and they cultivate crops. So the shifted agriculture is also known as jump cultivation. Okay, shifted agriculture or shifting agriculture is also known as jump cultivation. The crops grown in this type of agriculture are rice, maize and vegetables. Farmers grow rice, maize and vegetables in shifting agriculture. Okay, a small area of forest is cleared and cultivated for a short period of time. After harvesting the crops, the land is abandoned, means the farmers give up that land to allow the growth of natural vegetation and in that area plants will grow. Farming is shifted to new area in the forest. Again they clear another area of the forest and there they do the cultivation. Okay, and it is also known as jump cultivation and the farmers grow crops like rice, maize and vegetables in this type of agriculture. Okay, next one is plantation agriculture. In plantation agriculture, only a single crop is cultivated on a large scale. Many crops are not cultivated, only one crop is cultivated. Okay, and the amount of cultivation, the area of cultivation is large. They cultivate a single crop on a large area. Okay, and the crops are sold in the market and these are sent to other countries also. They sold the crops to other countries and these crops are used in industries for making many things. So these crops are used as raw materials in industries and they are sold to other countries. For example, coffee and tea, that is plantation agriculture. Okay. A single crop is cultivated on a large area. In large amount, a single crop is cultivated and the crops are sold in the market. Crops are used as raw materials in industries and sold to other countries. And these crops are used for making many things in industries. So they are called raw materials. The crops are used as raw materials in the industries and they are sold to other countries too. Okay. For example, tea and coffee. And the last one is mixed agriculture. In mixed agriculture, farmers grow various crops, different types of crops on their fields. Farmers grow different crops on their fields. Okay, and the farmers use that field for rearing cattle, rearing livestock. In the last class, I have explained what is meant by rearing livestock, that is domesticating and caring cattle like cows and buffaloes. Okay, so the same field is used for rearing livestock like cows and buffaloes. farmers use their fields for growing various crops and rearing livestock such as cows and buffaloes. That is mixed agriculture. Okay. Then these are the questions and answers you have to write in the notebook. The first question, write two differences between subsistence agriculture and commercial agriculture. You have to make columns like this. Okay, you have to make two columns. One is for subsistence agriculture and the other one is for commercial agriculture. And below the subsistence agriculture you write crops are cultivated for the family. The same line you have to write crops are cultivated on a large scale. Then the second point, do not sell crops in the market, and here sell crops in the market, and you have to write 2 or 3 examples. Here rice, barley and wheat, here rice, maize and sugarcane. And the second question, write a note on plantation agriculture. A single crop is cultivated on a large area for selling in the market is called plantation agriculture. These crops are used as raw materials in industries and sold to other countries, for example tea and coffee. And you have to read the textbook and you have to study the answers. Okay, you have to read the textbook and learn the given answers. Okay, that's all about for today's class. Thank you.